guys, it is Naimah, also known as Bunny Online, the IMB, and today I will be showing you my base makeup routine, so let's get into it. Hi. So, what I like to do when I begin my beats is listening to my beauty playlist. It is an 11-hour long playlist. It takes a minimum of 2 hours for me to do my makeup. Why make a beauty playlist? I'm a witchy bitch. I love, above all else, beauty magic, glamour magic. And so this is my little way of like doing that, enchanting my makeup, by listening to music that is filled with affirmations by fellow bad bitches and looking myself in the mirror as I listen to the music. So with that being said, make yourself a beauty playlist. That's tip number 1. And we're gonna get into the makeup. I'm gonna put on my Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and I'm gonna put it all over my face except for my forehead because I'm gonna be wearing an Afro wig today, so it don't even matter the amount of makeup that I put on my forehead because no one's gonna see it underneath the hair. I'm looking at myself in the mirror. So now I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go in and brush up my eyebrows, and now I'm gonna glue them. Now we're gonna go in with the red color corrector. I have to do this off camera, but in retrospect, I'm gonna put my color corrector underneath my eyes to cover up my hyperpigmentation. I'm gonna cover up my mustache area. If I'm showing my forehead, then I cover up my forehead as well. I blended out most of it. The way I blend out my color corrector is through using my fingers. Not to flip you off, but I use my finger. I feel like using the fingers blends it out better. And this is how it looks so far. I'm gonna now blend out the under eye highlight, and I'll be back to do my foundation. So now I'm gonna go in with my Milani 2-in-1 foundation concealer in the shade 13 Chestnut. If you know me, I am a Fenty girl damn. But for days where I'm really not going anywhere, I'm not gonna use my favorite fucking foundation. So I'm gonna use Milani, which is a great dupe. It's not necessarily matte, but it's not necessarily dewy. I would say it's like a natural finish type of vibe. So I'm gonna go on with this. First of all, don't sleep on drugstore beauty products. They hit. When I first started doing my makeup, I started using really expensive products. But the longer I've been doing makeup, I've also been trying drugstore products as well. So if you're looking for a drugstore foundation that is great and it has natural finish, try the Milani 2-in-1 Conceal and Perfect Foundation Concealer. And if you're my skin tone, for Fenty, I wear 420. 13 works for my skin tone. So I'm gonna go in with this. So now we're gonna go in with my concealers. So if you did not know, I am a Thread girly. Thread has been sending me products for like the past 2-3 years. I love Thread. I especially love their concealers. So this is the Thread Coverage Multi-Use Complexion Fluid. I got the shades 4 and 8. So what I do is I mix both of them. Here is the concealer. So what I do is I put a little bit of the product on my hand. So I use a lot of 4, which is tan golden beige, and I use a tiny drop of 8, which is medium warm brown. Medium warm brown is more so of like a contour type of shade for me, but I don't contour. I don't really believe in contouring. That it's a whole thing, but like basically I just use a little bit of that, like a little droppity drop, not too. I just use a droppity drop, and I mix it with a blending brush, and I just go in with it. Now I'm looking for my blending brush because Avout's is just bad. There we go. Oh, this is dirt. Oh, damn it. Okay, so I go in with a blending brush that you would use for the eyes. I go in with that, and I mix the two together to make a shade that is closer to my foundation. And so that's how it looks on my hands. And what I like to do is I go in here, go in here, hit the points like that, and I go underneath the eye as well with product. Right now it looks crazy. It's probably gonna look crazy for a while, but trust the process. This is a trust the process type thing. Okay, I put some along this area as well, and my chin, and I just start doing this. Start trying to carve out where in the world would all of this product sit on my face. Oh, for my normal base, what I like to do is I like to drag it up my eye. So I have like a natural type of like contour look with my foundation instead of using actual like contour. Cause contour scares the frick out of me. So you know, I do this instead. For this point, I like to drag it up a bit, try to triangulate the angle, try to sharpen it a bit. And yeah, now I'm just gonna go in, try to sharpen up my nose a bit. Now, what I have learned by using these products together is that this creates my more flawless base. Hopefully I don't jinx myself and end up fucking hating this base. But what I will say is I love how the two products like Thread and Milani, how they blend with each other so well. For the eye shape, what I do is I go along the bone of like where the eye socket is. That sounds really wild, but like follow me. So like when you close your eyes and you put the brush on, you feel where the eye ends and where the bone sits. That's where I put the makeup. That's where I put the concealer. Again, I drag the product up and I try to make it as sharp as possible, trying to create like a really trying to create a sharp angle. And whatever leftover concealer is on the brush, I kind of just dab it along, and yeah. So what I do now is, I know I look wild as hell. Listen, it happens like this every time. It happens like this every time. So first things first, I go in and I try to soften up the edges where the concealer starts and the foundation ends. And I just blend them together. There is a reason why I like how my makeup turns out with these products. When it comes to matte, I find it quite difficult to just seamlessly blend both the very matte foundation with matte concealer. You have to work fast if you want them to blend together. With these, it's kind of like the opposite, where because they're cream based, and the thread has like a little bit more oil to it, so it's more easy to blend. You know, I look softer. I think with the Milani and the thread, I look softer compared to when I use Fenty. Now, I could always make myself look softer with Fenty, don't get me wrong, but I like how these two pair off. And if you did not know, you can find thread products at Target. I think the starting price point for the foundation, because I have a couple of the foundations, the foundation sticks, they're like $7. This is like a very affordable drugstore friendly makeup routine. So with the nose, you could leave it sharp or you could try to blend them together. I like to try to blend them as soft as possible. So I go along the edge of my nose where the concealer starts, and I blend it with the foundation. So now it looks softer. Now I'm gonna go in with this and I'm gonna pat. So the really sharp end of the beauty blender, well, I basically scraped up the remaining of the concealer that was on my palm, and I just go in and blend it out. I like to look super soft. I think looking super soft makes the makeup look way more natural. Do I always get that result? No, but that's always my goal, to make it look super soft, make it look buttery. Okay, so this is how I look right now. I hope I look cute on camera, I really do, because how I look in the mirror, I look soft, and I like that. I like that a lot. I used to put concealer on my nose bridge. Here's the thing, I have a really flat nose, and on top of that, I have a really small nose. So having a small, flat nose, it don't even really matter how much effort I put into making my bridge stand out. Truth of the matter is, I don't have much of a bridge. So I mainly focus on the tip of my nose, because my tip is a tip, babe. She points, it's cute, it gives doe, it gives kitten. Now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna set all of the areas in which I placed concealer in, basically to set it in place. I feel like I just repeated myself, but you get the gist. Okay guys, I may look fucking crazy, but like, please follow me. I think I look cute. Now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna go in using my, hold up. So now I'm gonna go in with Crayon Case Matte Book. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna use this hot pink, mix it with this orange, and that's gonna be my blush. This is my blush brush. I know people take brushes real seriously when it comes to makeup. I technically don't. I figure out what works for me, and yeah, I'm more of a sensory type of person. So if I find something that works, I'm gonna just keep using it until I find another thing that I like. So what I like to do is, I first went in with the hot pink, then I went in with the orange. Now I'm about to tap. If you saw, there was a shit ton of dust that came out. Now I'm gonna look to the side, look at myself in the mirror. I like to start where this mole is, and I tap it, and I go up. So it's underneath where I put the setting powder, where I put my concealer. I like to try to blend it out with the setting powder where it is. When I'm doing like a real full face, what I like to do is bring it up all the way to above my eyebrow. That's how I have the blush contour look. Try to blend it out so it don't look super fucking crazy. I don't believe I have blush blindness, but I know it looks fucking bright as fuck on the side. So anyways, I use the excess and I go underneath my nose, get myself nose blush. so it's gonna look really wild. But this is what I have so far. I did my base. I go in, I put moles, I do my liner, I put on lashes. That's pretty much it. This is the real base. So now I'm going in with my lash drip eyelashes from Kiss Cosmetics. These are the You Do You lashes. I love these because I'm really into the anime or manga eyelash look where, you know, you have the spiked lashes. So I'm gonna apply these, and I'm going to apply individual lashes as well to the bottom. So I got these are from Amazon. These are really cute, and I got another set as well. So there's glue in there as well. So these are both on Amazon. I do not have an Amazon storefront. I am not here to sell you products. I am just here to tell you what I do when I put on my makeup, because people want to know. I like these because they're more wispy, and I like these because of the smaller lash. So I only use like the smaller ones from this pack, but I predominantly use these for like the middle and the end lashes on the bottom. So am I gonna show y'all? No, that's ultra complicated, but I do it. So I'm gonna do it now. Also get into the makeup. I put on highlighter. The highlighters that I put on is the Thread Blended Multi-Use Stick Outgoing. It's the Outgoing Shimmer. And I also put on the Kaleidos Skywalker Space Age highlighter. For my moles, I use Freck. I was really into the faux freckle look a couple of years ago. I don't do much of that now, but I use Freck for the moles. I feel as though brown moles look more realistic than black. And yeah, my desk looks a absolute hot mess. But when I'm done, I'll show you the complete look. Okay, so this is it. This is the final product. I put the lashes on, I put my bottoms, I put on highlighter, and I did my traditional lip. My lip is very simple. I just use brown liner that I got from the beauty supply store that costs like no more than $2. It's just brown. Put it around my lips. Put the pink gloss on the bottom lip. Put clear gloss on the top. And you mix them. It makes this concoction. And yeah, that's about it. I truly hope that I helped anyone who is very interested in my base makeup routine. I hope this helped in any capacity. If you want any more makeup videos, please let me know down in the comments below. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and be on the lookout for any videos from me. I traditionally post on either Fridays or Saturdays. It's either or because I'm still taking a class. So with that being said, I shall see y'all in the next video. Bye guys.